Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashir Kakadash. Ever honors to the elders, the apostles, of great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Reverend may be. This is just a quick lesson titled Lies and Propagation of the News Media. All right, you have to understand that the news media, which is selected news media, which is actually set up by the JOOs, they control what you see in the narratives that they spin in these talking heads, man. All right, like one thing I really wanted to speak on briefly, or kind of in depth, was this situation in the Ukraine. Okay, now what happens is with the Ukrainian conflict, you got to understand that Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, or the USSR. Okay, I want to say prior to, I think they broke off in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Post-Gulf War area. Okay, when the Soviets pretty much broke up at the end of the Cold War. Basically, Ukraine fortified all their nuclear weapons to Russia's in exchange for their protection, and Russia not ever invading them because they broke off from the Union. Okay, now found out that America and the media has been pretty much lying about what's been happening in the Ukraine, about the Ukrainians and the Russians bombing Ukrainian forces and etc., when in fact those are America-led militias that's actually carrying out those attacks, man. Okay, even among Ukraine, you have a division among the Ukrainians that wanted to be part of NATO, and then the Ukrainians that wanted to get back with the USSR, with the Soviets. Okay, you have infighting within them because America is basically twisting the narrative, making it seem like it's Russia over there playing a boogeyman, but in fact you had Ukrainians that actually expressed coming back into partnership with the Russians because they're the same people. Okay, that's why Putin has said several times in the media, he said, look, if anybody interferes with what's happening over here, then hey, it's going to be consequences to pay. So America is really the driving force behind this conflict in Ukraine right now, and the driving force behind gas prices and inflation. Okay, because the scriptures refer to this place as the Lady of Kingdoms, man. Okay, the glory of kingdoms. Okay, that's responsible for all the abomination and the confusion on the planet Earth. And Russia just basically over there protecting their interests, so to speak. Okay, it's not really Russian forces that you're seeing that's destroying or taking over capitals and shit, though they do have a few strongholds, but what you're seeing in the news is not clearly what's happening. All right, this is set up to start a war and to bring down the economic value of this dollar, because they want to get over to a digital currency. Okay, now, long story short, don't get it twisted, because you actually have the Russian government and all these top governments, the American government, all these top governments are in bed with one another as far as what they're going to do to bring about a cashless and a digital society. They all on board with that. Okay, because the elites are paying both sides of the fence. Okay, so Vladimir Putin, Joe Biden, though they may appear to hate one another and despise one another, and they're not the best of friends, but overall, these men, it's not really a personal bad blood vendetta between them, because they're both Edomites, man. Okay, they're just trying to stir up tension in the media to get the people to be confused and to make certain decisions in order for them to give over their freedoms, man. So the media is one big fucking show. Okay, that's all it is a big fucking show. Now, there will be war, okay, because this thing is going to get out of hand, and the Most High is putting it on the minds of these kings to make certain decisions. We'll find out what Elon Musk and Neuralink, basically the particular satellite feed that they're using over the Ukraine. Remember, US cut all their fucking feeds, man, all their satellite services, which justify Elon Musk and to bring in that Starlink nonsense, so they can quote unquote have media coverage and cell phone signals and internet usage for the Ukrainians, when in fact they're just testing out a new digital technology, so to speak. So you can't believe the lies and the propagation of the news media, like all those shootings and shit. Like you got what do you call it, like those I believe like last week we had like an active shooter event somewhere out in the Olathe somewhere. In places usually stuff like this don't happen, but like the whole column, this, you know what incident, the 911 incident, all those things, man, Esau propagates that shit. okay? And it's you people that bought up the whole believing in the boogeyman type deal. Same thing with the you know what, man, with the juice. You people bought into that, which gave them the power to basically take away your freedoms and steal your businesses, man. And it's the same way with this Ukrainian conflict, okay? This is just another scope in the design in order to get people to surrender to this NWO. Because like I said, Russia, it says the Ukrainian want to be part of, actually Poland, right, God. It says Ukrainians in the east of the country, it's Russians that want to be a part, right? Yep, that's absolutely right, bro. See, that's the division I was talking about, because the Poland represents NATO, okay? NATO and the EU, which is part of the beast system. You see, so that's the division infighting there, and Esau, the American devils, is using that division to play on the mindset of the Ukrainians and on the people of the world that believe that Russia is over there just fucking up the Ukrainians intentionally. Nah, it's not even like that, man. But see, that's the narrative they're painting in the news media, because Esau is the devil. That's why I tell you in Psalms, I believe it's Psalms the 52nd chapter or the 58th chapter, roughly paraphrasing, when it goes into basically their tongue framing deceit. I think that's Psalms 53, you know, and their tongue walked through and for the earth. That's that media, man, because they're able to lead generated fables, and they're able to propagate everything, man, and people gonna believe it. That's why everybody was walking around 2 years with the whole diaper on their head and all that stuff. People driving with it on, because they bought into the propaganda, man. Okay, like you people usually do. All right, these Democrats and Republicans, yeah, they may be a division among America that's going to cause it to fall, but reality of it is the elites are expecting you people to make the division even worse, because they can't agree on certain policies, but at the end of the day, their whole goal is to promote the you know what, the MOTB, man. That's the end goal, and they gonna use you people to do it, because you people are gonna be tricked by the narrative of the media, and you're gonna allow certain policies and so forth to transpire because you believed in the bullshit. Okay, because these elites, man, they don't, man, please, they don't believe in unifying with you people. Okay, like the brother said, the Ukrainians from Poland is the one that want to be with NATO. The Eastern Ukrainians, okay, which is part of the Eastern Bloc, they don't want nothing to do with that, man. They want to get back to their particular, the way things were. And that's what Russia is over there trying to combat, man. So Esau's the devil, man, okay? And like I said, World War III will be fought. Nuclear weapons will be used, okay? But by the time that happens, the MOTB would have been manifested, and it would have been mandated for the majority of the world. And I remember I heard the apostles a couple years back say mainly the people of Babylon the Great will have to take that you know what, then the end can come. Okay, but this is going to be a worldwide thing as well, as the apostles broke down. So that's what we're waiting on. So the quicker this dollar fall, gas prices are skyrocketing, because all this is justified on destroying the economy. Okay, because at the end of the day, they call all wars bankers' wars. Okay, and it destroys economies, it destroys businesses, it causes inflation. Okay, look what happened prior to World War II. Shortly after World War I commenced the Great Depression. Okay, years down the line, World War II, and etc. And if you look at the history of the Third Reich, these are pretty much the same nations that's playing the game. Okay, so through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, we could be up out of here real soon. All right, because hey, shit, they were just talking about on ABC, which ABC is a bunch of bullshit, but they was even mentioning nuclear weapons, man. Okay, but that's just a scare tactic to get the people on panic alert. But see, what they're not banking on is the Lord putting the spirit on them to use those weapons, because the scriptures say that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, okay, and set it up over at the basis of men. So it's nothing for the Lord to work on the minds of the kings, because now he's working on the minds of those Russians to expose America once again. Same thing with that coup back in Turkey in 2015, okay? It was a coup which pretty much Turkey washed their hands of America. They're like, fuck this shit. Yeah, we may be allies on paper, but yeah, you're sending particular ISIL forces in here to destabilize the land. But when Russia comes, they neutralize the threat in 2 days. Everybody was pointing fingers at America like, wait a minute, these guys are leading T groups, man. Okay, and that's exactly what's happening in these countries. For those of you that don't really understand what's happening, it's a lot of folly on behalf of America, man. That's why this country is going to be destroyed with nuclear weapons, man. Okay, because everybody's getting sick of dealing with this place. You know, this guy Biden, man, this dude is a fucking joke. You know, and it's not a threat for him to neutralize, because in his spirit, he know he's causing a damn division, man. You know, but anyway, man, this is just a quick lesson. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. And with that, Shalom, brothers. To the next lesson, Shalom and a Baba Ball.